What's up guys, welcome to the South Coast. On today's video we're going to be doing some grass cutting, some deer feeder filling. I'm going to be doing my 20-hour review on this 2019 Bad Boy Mowers Maverick with the 60-inch deck, so y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, well I'm going to kick it over to some clips of me cutting the grass the other day, filling my deer feeder like I said earlier, and then once you see all that happening, we'll come back over here and I'll give you the rundown of my 20-hour review on the Bad Boy mower. Right guys, like I said, this is a Bad Boy Maverick 2019 year model. It's got a 60-inch deck, and it's got the Kohler 747cc Confidant engine on it. So I'll just give you a quick once over of the mower, look at everything, and then I'll get down to my review of it. So one of the biggest reasons why I bought this mower was the suspension. You can see a bushing right there and bushing right there. That's the suspension on the front end. We'll come around to this back side. Underneath here, so underneath on each of the drive motors, you've got two bushings, one on the back side, one on the front side. Same thing over there. So these are the ZT 3200 drive motors, hydraulic drive motors on there. They're being pushed by that Kohler Confidant 747cc motor. This mower is also offered with a Kawasaki engine. I opted to go with the Kohler because I'm fairly certain, not 100%, but fairly certain the plant that makes these Kohler engines is in Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi, so I always like to support that local workforce, local business sort of thing. It's a 60-inch deck, as you can tell by that sticker right there. And this deck is it's solid. I'm not sure what the thickness on the metal is, but it's pretty beefy. You can see down here along the bottom edge all the way around. It's kind of dirty, I need to clean it up, but all the way around it's got that extra 1/4 inch or so steel band welded on. It's all welded metal, it's not pressed or anything like that. You got spindle guards on your outer spindles, and then your spindles in the center. There's no guard on that center spindle. One nice thing about this mower is the footrest flips up. No tools, nothing to unbolt to get out of the way to flip that up. Gives you real easy access down there to your spindles and your adjustment for your tension on your belt. That's nice right there. It's all heavy duty welded steel. Comes with this front rubber bumper on there. The chute flips up and down, obviously, but I run it most of the time with it up. I'm not doing any residential stuff at the moment. Just cutting my 4 acres or so. It's more or less pasture. It's not real well groomed, as you saw in the previous clips. But anyway, these tires, I like the tires. I could see where in some wet ground you'd lose traction, but they seem to do pretty well with everything that I've been cutting. I mean, obviously, if you're going full speed forward and then either slam on the brakes or pull it full reverse, you're gonna spin your tires. You're gonna rut up your yard. But anyway, we'll hop up here to the seat. Look at your captain's chair there. So on this right side, driver's left side, so we're facing backwards obviously, you got your fuel gauge, which is easy to see. It's nice being able to just look down and see that. You got your fuel filler, your parking brake here, easy up and down, and your choke that's tucked out of the way. Not real easy to get caught on anything. On your right hand side when you're sitting down, our left right now, you've got your deck height adjustment, which I really like this system. It's worked very well so far. You got your throttle, your PTO, and then your key switch, and then also have an hour meter. It'll read out RPMs, and you can use it to track your oil change and air filter cleaning and stuff like that. They also have this blank spot, which I think they sell accessory kits for these mowers. Like you could either get a USB charging port right there for your phone, or you set that up with a switch for your you can run LED lights on these. They have kits for them. That's that. The seat's real comfortable. I'm a real big fan of that seat. flip the seat up, and underneath it's remarkably simple. You got your battery, your 2 reservoirs for your hydraulics, and then really you have 1 fuse, your starter solenoid, and then I think these, let's see, I actually don't know what this is. I never opened it. I guess that's just sort of your wiring harness. There's probably a fuse or 2 in there for your hour meter, key switch, PTO, stuff like that. So real simple under here, real easy to get to everything. Fuel filter is real easy to get to, it's right there. Oil fill, easy to get to also. And then flip this back down. The oil filter is also easy to get to. It's right here in this side. You just easy reach in there. I've done 1 oil change on it at 10 hours. I think I was supposed to do it at 8. I'm not sure when the second oil change is supposed to be, so I'm gonna have to check on that. But that first oil change was simple. I got a video of it. I will link it in this video. Air filter, easy to get to. Probably needs to be cleaned. But it's that dual stage air filter. This foam sleeve comes right off. You can wash it with soapy water, and then your other filter elements in there. So you just pull that foam back, wash your foam, and you're good to go. That's just those 2 clips right there. Real simple, real easy. But yeah, that's basic rundown of the mower. On these arms, I guess your drive arms, I don't know what you really call them, but they got this adjustment on it so you can set where they sit in relation to your grip whenever you're going. They've got those spring tensioners down there so you can sort of tighten those up, and it'll tighten up like how easy it is to flop them out like that. I'll give you a quick demo of the deck height adjustment next. Alright guys, so sitting in the seat, so right now the deck's all the way up here. You see got this little pointer, it's pointing to the 4.5. That's all the way up, so to adjust it, all you do, take the tension off with your foot pedal. You set it, so I usually run around 3.5. You dial it down to 3.5, then you just let you ease that pressure off your foot pedal, and it sits right there at 3.5. If you want to go lower, push that foot pedal back down. We'll run it all the way down to the bottom, 1.5. Start easing off that foot pedal, and your deck goes on down. Pick it back up. Push the pedal all the way forward, and come back over here, click it over to 4.5, let it off, and it's all the way up. So that's pretty simple there. Alright guys, so quick rundown of my review of this mower. First off, I really love this mower. I don't have a lot of experience with other zero turns to compare it to. The last mower I used was, I was borrowing my parents. It's a Toro time cutter 4200 or something. It's 42-inch residential style mower, and this thing it's impressive to say the least. Obviously it's much more mower than that one, but I'm also cutting a lot more grass. I need more of a mower. The mower they have is ideal for their property, and it's a good mower. It's a great mower in and of itself, but this thing's just on a whole nother level. The suspension is one of the big reasons I got it, and I've enjoyed the suspension so far. So the acreage that I cut, it's not smooth or manicured or anything like that. At one point it was planted with something, so it's been plowed and disked and stuff like that. It's relatively flat. I mean, you can drive your truck across it and not get bounced around too bad, but this suspension has helped my comfort, I guess, while cutting a lot. It takes a lot of the bumps out as you're going along. My only downside on the suspension is if you have like bumps in a series, like I said, sections of my property had been plowed in the past, and it was a long time ago, so they're flattened out. You can't tell by looking at it, but when you're driving, if you go in full speed and you get to bouncing on those bumps, you'll see it in the grass pattern behind you, or like whenever you make your next lap around, you'll see where the deck sort of bounced with those bumps and sort of leaves some humps in your grass. Let's see what else. But even with that, I would still get the suspension again. Totally worth it. It's way more comfortable on my back, and it's just more comfortable in general. I don't find myself tensing up my core like I was doing all the time with the other mower cutting the grass. So it has its pros and cons. The deck on this thing is built like a tank. I can't say good enough things about the construction of this mower. It's really built real stout. It seems like it's built with good steel, and I really like that. One thing that I'm not a super big fan of is the spindles for the front casters don't appear to be greasable. So there's a black cap on the top of them. I haven't tried to take it off yet. I may look into that later on. But so there's no grease fittings on the spindles that I've seen. There's really only a couple grease fittings on this mower, and it's on the tie rods for the deck height. It's got 2 tie rods, one on either side, and both ends of those tie rods have grease fittings. And then it's got grease fittings on these pivots for the control arms, these control arms. But other than that, it doesn't have any grease fittings, which I guess is nice from a maintenance perspective. As far as having to do maintenance, there's not a lot to do, but it does bring up the question of longevity. How long are my spindles for my casters going to last without being able to add grease to them? Same thing with the caster axles themselves. I'm not sure. On other mowers, I've seen grease fittings like on the wheel to where you put grease onto that axle that the wheel rides on. I'm not sure if these have it. I'll have to look into that and get back with you if it does, but I don't think they do. But other than that, those are really my only two bugaboos with this thing. It cuts great. I really need to sharpen the blades, as you can see in the video of me cutting the grass this past time. I let it go for about 4 weeks. I usually try and cut it every 2 weeks, so it was 2 weeks past due. I did not have enough time to take my time on it and cut it slow, and my blades need sharpening pretty bad, so that's why the cut quality there isn't looking great. After I cut that property, I went and cut another piece of property that's actually a manicure, like it's actually a lawn, not just a field, and I took it a little bit slower there, even without sharpening the blades, and the cut quality was beautiful. It came out really nice. So I think it's a combination of the fact that I'm cutting mostly weeds. I was just hauling through there, and the grass was like 12 inches, 14 inches tall, so all those things were going against me on that one. I love how easy it is to clean this deck off. Makes it super simple being able to lift that footboard up. And the engines, had no problems with the engine so far. Did that one oil change, cleaned the air filter periodically, and it's been running perfect. That's really all I have to say about this mower. It's been great so far. I really enjoy it. I'd buy it again in a heartbeat. So if you're looking at buying a Bad Boy and you think the Maverick's good for you, I'd say go for it. I think last year in their 2018 lineup, the Maverick was their entry-level commercial model. But 2019, they added some models to their commercial lineup, so it sort of bumped the Maverick down to the top end of their residential. So technically, I think the 2019 Maverick is a residential mower, but it's built like a lot of the commercial mowers I've seen out there. So anyway, guys, that's my rundown review of this mower after 18.3, so a little less than 20 hours, but I'm gonna call this my 20-hour review. I think it's a great mower. I love it. And that's really all I have to say about that. So anyway, guys, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, click subscribe for more. There'll be more coming down the line. Hit that thumbs up if you found this video useful, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about the Bad Boy Maverick, and let me know if there's anything you want to see on it or see me do with it. Obviously, I'm not gonna like crash it just for YouTube or anything like that, because it's my only mower. But leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Oh, disclaimer. I'm in no way, shape, or form associated with Bad Boy Mowers. I bought this mower with my own money, paid it in full, and drove it home. Well, put it on a trailer, drove the trailer home. So, but they don't know I'm making these videos. They haven't asked me to do any reviews or anything. So, there's that disclaimer. But click subscribe. You'll see more videos like this. Hit that thumbs up and leave me some comments. Alright, guys. I'm going to go eat dinner. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time down here on the South Coast.